Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a jazzalicious day. I turned my air conditioner off this time, so hopefully, I'm sorry. I'm new to remembering video stuff and sound environment politeness. So, yeah, you can hear me fully yap in HD, 4K, whatever you got. And yeah, I want to talk about physical media with video games and like the death of it. Because in the news, like Sony has announced that, like, hey, we're not going to do like games anymore. It's all going to be digital. I think they said by 2028 they will be like ceasing production of physical media. So like no more game discs. And I think like Xbox will probably follow suit because like if you go look at a Walmart or something, there's like no games anymore. The shelves are getting smaller and smaller. And there's a huge pushback on this whole thing. Like, a lot of people are doing, like, boycott campaigns on Twitter and wherever else you can yell as loud as you want. And it's, like, primarily console owners that are doing it. And, I think we're at a turning point of where we're at with digital media, and I have some controversial takes that like the console people probably won't like, and I just want to talk about it more. And there was some actually a post today that I read on Twitter that prompted me to make this video. Twitter makes me do videos, but they like the CEO I think said that they're like continuing this. They've heard the pushback and they essentially think this is what is the best move going forward with their content and whatever. So yeah, it's like very solidified what's going to happen. I don't think fans are going to change that. And like I said, I expect Xbox to follow suit. Microsoft, Nintendo, I don't know. They they have a completely different fan base. So like my opinions, do I care about physical media? No, I don't. I used to have a bunch of game cases for GameCube, for Xbox 360, into Xbox One. I had the thing with all the games. I still have it for my Switch, and it's like Switch 2 games. So Switch and Switch 2 are my only console, or yeah, like physical media. I have been like digital on my Xbox for. Sorry, my bang's crazy. I've like been digital for a long time. I don't like dust collectors. I don't want all this shit in my house, because like it's just takes up space. I'm very simplistic too with my like design choices. I don't like to have like a bunch of stuff on my walls. I have a couple paintings and that's it. So, um, I don't know. That might be just my own preference, but I just think it's clutter. And like, let's be real, are making these physical media good for the environment? Like, what happens to them after they end up in a landfill like they always do, or in someone's house collecting dust until they pass away? I just don't understand because PC has been doing digital for years, literally years. No one's complained. I understand it's a different platform and like, the semantics are different of it, but like PC, I'm looking at now, it has a bunch of games on it. No one has a problem with it. There's still people that buy the PC disc, but primarily it's like Steam, right? So, like, it's mainly just a portion of the video game demographic that is like concerned about this, and I just think it causes more problems. Like, let's talk about the environment. Like, it's not good for the environment. It's like we're creating all these things that, let's face it, like end up at Walmart and EB Games or whatever, GameStop. Like, so I don't know. I just don't see the point of creating more plastic in the world. I also think it's sort of like a hoarder mentality. Because, like, I'm not trying to shade people that collect, but we've all seen these collectors that have, like, thousands of, like, games on their walls. Like, they have rooms dedicated to it. And it just sort of reminds me of, like, how Pharaoh would bring all his treasures into his tomb and, like, want to be surrounded with them. Like, I think it's very consumerist if you want me to get into it like that, and I am. Because, like, why do you need all this shit, honey? Like, you don't need all these games. I think we need to look deeper at, like, the collector people and, like, they're obviously, like, filling a hole, you know? Like, they don't like it that much where they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. If there was a gambling addict, that would, you know what I mean? Like, we would look at it more questionably. But when it's a game collector and they can spend like $600 on a like ancient game, like it's just like a total like kind of a capitalist's dream. Like the person making the shit because you have this legion of people that will buy whatever you want, whatever you put out. Like that's not a good mentality. Like you don't need to buy everything. You don't need to collect everything. You don't need to have everything in your hands. Um, so I don't know. I just don't see the value in continuing these like kind of archaic traditions or like consumer practices because like digital is very convenient. Like no dust. If I have good internet. I'm sorry. If you don't have good internet, I'm sorry. But it takes me like 30 or minutes or less to download any game from up to 130 gigabytes. That's a 40-minute download for me. So yeah, I think this physical media thing is sort of entrenched in a bad paradigm for consumerism, and I'm okay with it going away. Um, I just like, and here's the argument from the collectors. Okay, they're telling us that we're gonna lose access to our games. I mean, there are a few cases of that, but they were online only games. I think I'm the Grid, the racing game, and they tried to sue in Europe and they failed. Like I don't know, isn't it like a little bit expectant to think that your game is going to last forever? Like you want it to last till you're 80? Are you going to be playing it when you're 80? Like I don't know. I think it's kind of overblown. Like everyone gets sick of games eventually, so I just that's my opinions on it. I don't think physical media is that important. I think it's sort of like worshiping consumerism in a weird hobbyistic fashion that it sort of is like its own entertainment. Like people play the game and then people just collect it. And they never play the games. So I think there is needs to be like a shift of thinking with physical media. Um, let's touch on them canceling games. If they start canceling games a lot, or like taking away your game access if you don't have internet, like that's pretty shitty. And I honestly think they can figure something out for people who are disadvantaged or they're going to play on the road and they have the game. Like Sony is very strict, and maybe they can like lessen some of that shit because there needs to be like a meat in the middle, right? I don't think it's just going to be some Big Brother situation where they take your games, you can't play anything, you have to play the newest edition of Fortnite. So I don't know. I think it's not that deep. I personally think the way we access media is only going to get easier, and we are in a process of transition from like physical to digital. People are scared of new things like deeply in this world, and people have a lot of investment in their collection. If like they want to keep collecting, so I don't know. We have to look at these like different facts about the situation and like weigh them. Like I personally don't want a world full of like game cases in my landfills and shit. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. I know this opinion is a hot take, mainly for console gamers. I am mainly a console gamer, by the way. I have only got a gaming PC in the last 3 years. So, yeah. Am I a traitor? Am I making good takes? My burger is burning. So, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I have 29 subscribers. You guys are awesome. I love you so much. I really want to keep making content. I have a lot to talk about, so I'll see you later, man.